The Art of the Deal Summary. Master Trump's 11 deal-making strategies that built a business empire.
Life gets busy. Has The Art of the Deal been on your reading list? Learn the key insights now.
Introduction.
What if you could learn the tricks that built a billion-dollar empire? What secrets hide behind Manhattan's biggest real estate deals? In The Art of the Deal, Donald Trump shares 11 simple rules. These rules took him from a Brooklyn developer's son to one of America's most famous business names. This 1987 book mixes personal stories with business advice. Trump takes you inside his biggest deals. You'll see Trump Tower and his Atlantic City casinos. He shows how thinking big, managing risk, and understanding people work. These skills can turn regular deals into huge wins.
This book is for you if
you want better negotiation skills at work and in your personal life. You're interested in real estate or starting your own business. You need help managing risk while chasing big goals. You want to learn how media attention creates business opportunities. You're looking for psychology tips to improve your deal-making. We're scratching the surface here. If you don't already have Donald Trump's best-selling book on deal-making and negotiation, get the audiobook for free using the link in the description or the StoryShots app to learn the juicy details.
About Donald Trump.
Donald Trump was born into real estate in 1946, but he wanted more than his father, Fred Trump's Brooklyn and Queens buildings. With a Wharton School education and big dreams for Manhattan's skyline, Trump set out to make his mark. By age 41, when he wrote this book, Trump had already changed Manhattan. He renovated the Grand Hyatt Hotel. He built Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. His style mixed New York toughness with smart media use. This created a personal brand that meant luxury and success. Trump learned to work with city officials, celebrities, and international investors. This made him a master deal maker. His methods would influence business for decades.
Story Shot 1. Think big, because small dreams create small results.
Trump's success starts with one simple idea. If you're going to think anyway, you might as well think big. This isn't just feel-good advice. It's a smart approach that changes how you negotiate. It changes what you achieve. Trump found that thinking big doesn't take much more effort than thinking small, but it gives you much better results. When he planned Trump Tower, he didn't just want another apartment building. He imagined the most luxurious mixed-use building in Manhattan. This big vision attracted premium buyers. It attracted high-end stores. It got media attention that money couldn't buy. The psychology works because people naturally love superlatives. They want the biggest, the best, the most exclusive. Apple uses this when they market the thinnest iPhone. They market the most powerful laptop. When you position your projects as exceptional instead of ordinary, you get attention. You can charge more. Think about it like this. Planning a local community event versus organizing the biggest charity fundraiser your city has ever seen. Both need planning and effort. But the bigger vision attracts sponsors automatically. It attracts volunteers and media coverage. Consider how Harvard's strategic thinking courses teach ambitious goal setting. Top business schools recognize that breakthrough success requires breakthrough thinking. Your action step. Write down 3 goals that would be 10 times bigger than what you're currently pursuing. Don't worry if they seem impossible right now.
Story Shot 2. Protect the downside, and the upside will take care of itself.
Most people think Trump succeeded by taking huge risks. Actually, his success comes from smart risk management. His approach: structure deals to limit potential losses, keep unlimited upside potential. In Atlantic City, Trump showed this perfectly. His competitor Baron Hilton started building his casino while still waiting for a gambling license. Trump secured his prime boardwalk spot, but he waited to build until his license was approved. This cost him some early profits, but it saved him from Hilton's fate. Hilton completed an expensive hotel. He got denied a license. he had to sell at a huge loss to Trump. Trump uses this principle everywhere. He negotiates escape clauses. He demands guarantees. He structures partnerships to limit his risk. When a friend suggested a $50 million oil investment during the 1980s boom, Trump listened to his gut and said no. That experience taught him valuable lessons. One is to listen to your gut, no matter how good something sounds on paper. The second is that you're generally better off sticking with what you know. And the third is that sometimes your best investments are the ones you don't make. This approach is like wearing a seatbelt while driving. The seatbelt doesn't slow you down. It doesn't stop you from reaching your destination, but it protects you if something goes wrong. Modern investment professionals follow similar principles in risk management strategies. They always plan exit strategies before entering investments. Your action step. Before your next big decision, write down the worst thing that could happen. Then figure out how to make that loss manageable.
Story shot 3. Maximize your options by maintaining flexibility.
Trump keeps what he calls flexible positioning. This means working on several deals at once. It means not getting too attached to any single outcome. This gives you negotiating power. It creates opportunities when first plans don't work. His West Side Yards project shows this strategy. When government support for middle-income housing dropped, Trump didn't give up. He didn't abandon the huge development. Instead, he switched to luxury condos. Then he looked at commercial space. He even considered sports facilities. Each change kept momentum while adapting to new market conditions. This flexibility goes beyond backup plans. Trump often pursues highly publicized dream deals. At the same time, he quietly works on more practical alternatives. The publicity from ambitious projects enhances his brand. It creates leverage for deals that actually close. You can apply this like a job search strategy. Instead of focusing all your energy on one perfect job, maintain conversations with multiple employers. This prevents desperation. It gives you alternatives when negotiations stall. Your action step. List 3 opportunities you could pursue in your field right now. Work on all 3 instead of putting all your energy into just one.
Story shot 4. Know your market through direct intelligence gathering.
Trump rarely uses traditional market research or consultant reports. Instead, he gets market intelligence through direct conversations with real people. Building superintendents, taxi drivers, restaurant owners, and local politicians. This approach gave him crucial insights for Trump Tower's retail strategy. While market reports suggested certain retail concepts, Trump's conversations with Fifth Avenue pedestrians revealed different preferences. He discovered that wealthy shoppers wanted convenience and exclusivity. They wanted this over traditional department store experiences. This led him to create a unique retail atrium concept. Trump understood that his leverage came from confirming impressions that people were already predisposed to believe. This psychological insight became central to his negotiation strategy. Trump's market knowledge extends to understanding human psychology. He recognizes that wealthy buyers aren't motivated mainly by value. They're motivated by prestige, exclusivity, and fear of missing out. This insight shaped his sales strategy. He created artificial scarcity and wait lists for Trump Tower apartments. Think of this like being a detective. Instead of relying on old case files, you go out and talk to witnesses. You visit crime scenes. You gather fresh evidence yourself. Your action step. This week, have conversations with 5 people who interact directly with your target market. Ask specific questions about their experiences and needs. Engage with us. What's the most surprising insight you've gained from talking directly to your customers instead of relying on data? Have you ever discovered something through casual conversation that completely changed your business approach? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your Trump Tower moment when direct intelligence gathering paid off.
Story shot 5. Use your leverage strategically without appearing desperate.
In Trump's system, leverage isn't just about money. It's about understanding what the other party needs. It's about positioning yourself as the person who can provide it. The key rule: never appear desperate to make a deal. Trump's leverage often comes from confirming impressions that others already hold. When negotiating with government officials, he emphasizes his track record. He talks about completing complex projects on time and budget. With investors, he highlights his media relationships. He shows his ability to generate publicity that increases property values. The psychology works because desperation triggers predatory instincts in negotiators. When someone senses you must close a deal, they'll systematically reduce their offers. They'll increase their demands. Trump counters this by maintaining multiple options. He shows his willingness to walk away from any single opportunity. This is like dating psychology. When someone seems too eager or available, they become less attractive. But when someone has other options and doesn't seem desperate, they become more desirable. Your action step. Before your next negotiation, identify 3 sources of leverage you have. Think about expertise, alternatives, or something the other party values.
Story shot 6. Enhance your location by creating the best deal.
Trump challenges the old real estate rule of location, location, location. He uses a smarter approach. Create value through deal structure. Don't rely only on prime locations. He often seeks locations with potential. He doesn't want properties that are already perfect. The Grand Hyatt Hotel renovation shows this principle. The original Commodore Hotel sat in a prime spot near Grand Central Station. But it was a deteriorating eyesore. Rather than seeking a perfect property, Trump negotiated a complex deal. This involved city tax breaks, historic preservation credits, and innovative financing. This transformed a liability into a profitable luxury hotel. This approach works because perfect locations command premium prices. These prices can make even successful projects unprofitable. By identifying locations with hidden potential and structuring advantageous deals, you can achieve better returns. You do this while competitors fight over obviously desirable properties. It's like buying a house. The perfectly renovated house in the best neighborhood costs the most. It offers the least upside. But the house with good bones in an up-and-coming area might offer better long-term value. Your action step. When evaluating opportunities, focus on potential rather than current conditions. Look for situations where your skills or resources can unlock value others can't see.
Story shot 7. Get the word out through strategic media management.
Trump understood early that media attention can be more valuable than expensive advertising campaigns. Even negative attention works. His strategy involves creating carefully controlled controversy. This generates publicity while positioning him as a serious player in significant deals. The technique involves doing something a little different, a little outrageous. This captures media attention without crossing ethical or legal boundaries. Trump's public disputes with competitors kept him in headlines. His bold predictions about project timelines did too. His willingness to make provocative statements worked throughout the 1980s. This media strategy serves multiple purposes. It establishes name recognition. It creates perceived importance. It demonstrates confidence that attracts investors and partners. When Trump announces ambitious projects, the resulting publicity often becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It attracts the resources needed to complete them. Modern entrepreneurs like Elon Musk use similar strategies. They make bold statements about space travel or electric vehicles. This generates massive media coverage. Your action step. Identify one aspect of your work that challenges conventional wisdom. Share this insight in the comments to spark discussion.
Story shot 8. Fight back strategically when others treat you unfairly.
Trump's approach to conflict isn't about being difficult. It's about establishing boundaries. It's about showing that you won't be taken advantage of. His philosophy: be good to people who are good to you, but fight back hard when people treat you badly or unfairly. Trump believes firmly that you can't be scared. You do your thing, you hold your ground, you stand up tall, and whatever happens, happens. This mindset shaped his entire approach to business confrontation. This strategy serves both practical and psychological purposes. Practically, it prevents others from exploiting your good nature. It stops them from assuming they can break agreements without consequences. Psychologically, it establishes respect and credibility. This makes future negotiations more productive. Trump's fights aren't random or emotional. They're calculated responses designed to establish principles. They prevent future problems. When a contractor tries to inflate costs or a partner attempts to renegotiate settled terms, Trump's quick, firm response prevents the behavior from becoming a pattern. Think of it like training a dog. If you don't correct bad behavior immediately and consistently, the dog learns that the behavior is acceptable. It will continue the behavior. Conflict resolution experts at Harvard's program on negotiation teach how to respond firmly while maintaining professional relationships. Your action step: establish clear boundaries for acceptable behavior in your business relationships. When someone crosses these boundaries, respond quickly and proportionately. Discussion starter. Trump's fight-back philosophy is controversial. Some see it as necessary toughness, others as potentially damaging to relationships. What's your take? Have you ever had to fight back in a business situation? How did you balance standing your ground with maintaining professionalism? Tell us about a time you had to draw the line, and whether Trump's approach would have worked in your situation.
Story shot 9. Deliver the goods, because long-term success requires real value.
Despite his reputation for hype and self-promotion, Trump emphasizes something important. Lasting success requires delivering real value to customers and partners. His philosophy: you can create excitement and use promotion effectively, but if you don't deliver the goods, people will eventually catch on. Trump Tower succeeded not just because of marketing. It offered genuine luxury and innovation that justified premium prices. The building featured high-quality materials, unique design elements, and amenities. These created lasting value for residents and commercial tenants. This principle extends beyond physical products to relationships and reputation. Trump maintains long-term partnerships with key players in construction, finance, and government. He does this because he consistently follows through on commitments. He delivers promised results. Companies like Amazon built their reputation on this principle. They promise fast delivery and excellent customer service. Then they consistently deliver on those promises. Your action step: identify the core value you provide in your work. Make sure your marketing accurately represents what you can deliver. Then consistently exceed those expectations.
Story shot 10. Contain the costs while maintaining quality standards.
Trump's cost management philosophy balances necessary spending with waste elimination. His approach: spend what you must for quality and results, but scrutinize every expense to ensure maximum value. In construction projects, Trump personally reviews major expenses. He negotiates with suppliers to reduce costs without compromising quality. He understands which elements customers notice and value. He knows which expenses only increase costs without improving the final product. This cost consciousness extends to operational efficiency. Trump minimizes overhead by avoiding unnecessary staff. He reduces bureaucracy. He maintains direct involvement in key decisions rather than delegating to expensive consultants or middle managers. It's like grocery shopping with a budget. You can still buy quality ingredients for a great meal, but you compare prices. You look for deals. You avoid impulse purchases that don't add value. Your action step: review your monthly expenses. Categorize spending as either customer-facing value or internal operations. Then scrutinize internal expenses while maintaining investments that directly benefit customers.
Story shot 11. Have fun, because deal-making should be enjoyable.
Trump's final principle might be his most important. Approach business as an enjoyable game rather than just a way to make money. This perspective provides motivation during difficult periods. It helps maintain the energy needed for long-term success. Money was never Trump's big motivation, except as a way to keep score. The real excitement is playing the game. This philosophy guided his entire career approach. For Trump, the real excitement comes from the challenge of putting together complex deals. It comes from solving problems that others can't solve. It comes from creating something significant. Money serves as validation and enables bigger projects. But the fundamental motivation is the satisfaction of playing the game at the highest level. This attitude affects how Trump approaches negotiations and relationships. When you genuinely enjoy the process, you're more creative. You're more resilient when deals fall through. You're more likely to maintain the long-term perspective needed for building lasting success. Athletes understand this principle. The best performers love the competition and challenge. They don't just focus on prize money or trophies. Your action step: identify the aspects of your work that you find genuinely energizing and exciting. Structure your schedule to maximize time spent on these activities.
Mental model. The second-order effect filter.
Trump consistently applies second-order thinking. He evaluates decisions based not just on immediate outcomes. He considers their future consequences. When considering the Grand Hyatt renovation, he didn't just analyze the hotel's profitability. He considered how the project would establish his credibility for future Manhattan developments. Application beyond real estate. When making career decisions, assess not just the immediate salary and responsibilities. Consider how the position will enhance your skills. Think about how it will expand your network. Consider how it will create opportunities for future advancement.
Implementation guide.
Today, 5-minute action. Write down your biggest professional goal and increase it by 300%. This exercise helps you recognize how realistic thinking might be limiting your potential. This week, 15-minute action. Identify one relationship or deal where you might be appearing too eager or desperate. Practice articulating your alternatives. Develop a strategy for showing you don't need this particular outcome. Ongoing practice. Before entering any significant negotiation or commitment, conduct a worst-case scenario analysis. Structure the arrangement to make potential losses manageable while maintaining unlimited upside potential.
Final summary and review.
The Art of the Deal turns decades of high-stakes negotiation experience into 11 practical principles. These can transform how you approach business and personal opportunities. Trump's strategies focus on psychological understanding, risk management, and strategic positioning. They don't rely on pure aggression or luck. The core insights center on thinking bigger than your competition. They focus on protecting yourself from downside risk while maintaining upside potential. They emphasize using media attention and personal relationships to create leverage in negotiations. Success comes from understanding what motivates other people. It comes from maintaining multiple options. It comes from delivering genuine value while managing costs effectively. Most importantly, Trump shows that lasting success requires enjoying the process of deal-making and problem-solving. You shouldn't focus only on money. When you approach challenges as engaging puzzles rather than burdens, you maintain the energy and creativity needed for long-term achievement. The most successful deal-makers combine ambitious thinking with careful risk management. They understand human psychology. They maintain flexibility. They always deliver real value to their customers and partners. What would your business or career look like if you applied Trump's principle of thinking 10 times bigger while protecting your downside risk? Which of these 11 strategies resonates most with your current challenges? Final challenge. We've covered 11 powerful strategies. But here's the million-dollar question. Which one Trump principle will you implement first? Are you ready to think bigger like Trump did with Trump Tower? Will you start building leverage in your negotiations? Or maybe you'll begin playing the game with more enthusiasm. Drop a comment and tell us your choice. Plus, tag a friend who needs to read this. Let's start a conversation about which strategy has the most potential to transform your career or business. Your next breakthrough might be just one principle away. The Art of the Deal Cheat Sheet and Infographic Summary. Check the show notes or StoryShots app for the cheat sheet infographic of The Art of the Deal.
Rating and criticism.
We rate The Art of the Deal 3.5 out of 5. How would you rate Donald Trump's book based on our summary? While The Art of the Deal offers valuable insights into Trump's business philosophy and negotiation strategies, the book has notable limitations that readers should consider. Strengths. The book provides concrete examples from real deals, making abstract concepts tangible. Trump's emphasis on risk management and thinking big offers practical value for entrepreneurs and negotiators. The psychological insights about leverage and human motivation remain relevant across industries. Weaknesses. Critics argue that many strategies reflect the specific context of 1980s New York real estate. These may not translate well to other industries or modern business environments. Some tactics, particularly around media manipulation and aggressive negotiation, may damage long-term relationships if misapplied. The book also lacks discussion of ethical considerations in deal-making. Ghostwriter controversy. Co-author Tony Schwartz later claimed he wrote most of the book. He expressed regret about portraying Trump's negotiation style too positively. This raises questions about the authenticity of some anecdotes and insights. Best use. The book works best as a case study in bold thinking and risk management. It shouldn't be used as a complete negotiation guide. Readers should supplement it with more comprehensive resources on ethics, relationship building, and modern business practices.
Related books from StoryShots.
If you enjoyed The Art of the Deal summary, you might also like these related summaries from StoryShots. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. FBI hostage negotiator reveals tactical empathy and advanced negotiation techniques. Getting to Yes by Roger Fisher, the classic guide to principled negotiation and win-win solutions. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Financial education and investment mindset from a real estate perspective. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Classic success principles including the power of thinking big. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Strategic thinking and power dynamics in business and life. Disclaimer: StoryShots is an educational service that stands politically neutral. We do, however, encourage our readers to keep an open mind.